Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How y'all doing? Well, as you can see this morning, I haven't combed my hair and I don't have on any makeup. So I decided to share with you what I do when I put on my makeup, my routine. Because today I'm getting ready for my religious meeting and I always use a little bit of moisturizer. Really try to get around those eyes. That's the main thing as we get older, is to moisturize. Normally I have a fresh arch on my eyebrows, but I didn't arch this morning. I'm not going to, because Miss V don't feel like all of that. But when I finish, I think everything will be okay. Okay, so I'm going to use something that you probably might be familiar with, but you might be a little bit surprised that I would be using this on my skin. And I used to use these little cotton rounds in certain areas. And also I use Q-tips. Now I'm going to start out with covering my face with a thin layer of, guess what it is? Phillips Milk of Magnesia. Isn't that something? Aren't you surprised? It gives your skin a smoothness and it balances the skin, any blemishes, and more doesn't mean better. So it doesn't take a lot. Okay, move that hair out of my way. Okay. Now this is the Milk of Magnesia that I'm using now. Even when I was in my shop and I was doing people makeup, I always started out with Milk of Magnesia. This is old school. Now for my foundation, I use Lancome. I get this from Ulta, but and it's some kind can run pretty expensive. But I also use CoverGirl, Queen Latifah CoverGirl. Now you can use that, use it with your fingers, or you can use the new little sponges that they use now. The ones look like a little teardrop, and I'm old school, so I still love my little red sponge. And that's what I'm using. Okay, so I just put a little couple of drops. I have a mirror right in front of me, so that's what I'm looking into. Push it up toward that hairline, a little over your ear. Get around your nose well, those little cracks and crevices. And I'm kind of just mashing it in there a little. I even put a little across my lips. Remember, more doesn't mean better. Sometimes less is best. That's my foundation. Okay, so now I'm gonna do my eyebrows. I usually use Maybelline eyebrow pencil. And I always have me a good pencil sharpener because that makes the job a lot easier. Okay, so a lot of people have a high arch. I usually start where the inside corners of my eye, you got the inside corners and the outer corners. So I usually kind of use it as a guide for my eyebrows. So at a slant right here, I would start my eyebrows here. As you get older, your eyebrows thin out sometimes. Mine has. They're thicker than this. I keep them really arch thin now. But I usually start my eyebrow pencil here with this, the corner of this eye right here on both eyes. And then the end and the tail of my eyebrow probably is going to hit along here. No longer. Sometimes I may have it a little shorter, but never any longer, and not straight out to here. You don't want to brow way down here, but at a slant going up. If you use your finger going up. And then in the middle of your eye, if you don't have a natural arch, in the center of your eye, that should be your high point if you want to arch here. Some people have a natural arch. I have somewhat of an arch here, but my arch goes over, and then at that point I can go out or I could take it around. But each morning my eyebrows are never the same. They're not twins, and every day it's a different shape. I can get similar, but it's never the same shape every morning unless I use a stencil, and I don't have time for that. Okay, I'm going to start here. I hope you can see because I have to look in my mirror. And I always do the bottom line first. And I take the bottom line straight up to the end of my arch, my highest point. Don't worry if you mess up. It might not be perfect starting out. And see, as my eyebrows go over, when I go up to this point, I just follow it. And see what it want to do. Freshly arched eyebrows are always better. Okay, see, that's my bottom line. And I usually use my bottom line to take my tail all the way across. So now you can see the hairs of your eyebrows. That's your top line. And when you arch your eyebrows, never arch from the top. Always arch from the bottom, because you don't want anything to bring your eye down. You want it to lift your eyes up. Okay, so now my hairline is right in here. So I'm going to follow that hairline, and I'm going to meet this bottom line right here along that arch. Now sometimes you can do your eyebrows and they act right, but sometimes they have a mind of their own. And they be doing what they want to do. So don't worry about them. Just wipe them off and start over. We're human and imperfect, and we're going to mess up. Now I'm just filling it in. And see, as we get older, some of us, we get a little gray. I love my gray hair. And I know I could dye my eyebrows, but I'm not going to. Because I really don't want that dye that close to my eyes. And when my eyebrows were much thicker, I just used to arch them and wear them salt and pepper. It was, if you're not familiar, just get in that mirror and just play with it. I'm in front of my dresser, but I also have this mirror. You see how the eyebrow is shaking up? See? So I think I want my tail just a little bit longer. Don't worry about it being too thick. we're going to come back and clean that up. See? So don't worry about it being too long, too thick, anything. We're going to come back and clean it up. Okay, let's do the other one. Always starting from the bottom. Then as you get up to the top and you meet those hairs at the top, from this inside corner here, as you go up to the top, you're going to meet that eyebrow. So when you get to it, just follow it. And like I said, don't worry about it if they're just not identical. You don't want them to be way, way off, you know, but I don't think they're going to be perfect. Even our own homegrown eyebrows aren't perfect. Okay, I'm going to do the top one now. Remember, I'm going to run it right into the top of this bottom line. This is the eyebrow pencil I usually use by Maybelline. Is the dark brown. Then when you finish your eyebrows, sometimes you can go back and check it and straighten out a few flaws. Okay, you see them now? Now we're gonna thin them out a little bit and clean them up. I usually use these little brushes. You can buy them by the pack. And even my eyeliner that I use, it has a little brush on there that I like too. So now what you're going to do is just go across these eyebrows. You can just go straight across, or you could brush it upward, any way you want to do it. Just to thin it out and make it look a little bit more natural. Don't be afraid. That tail, I don't thin it out as much as I do the rest of my eyebrow. Just go across there lightly on that tail. Okay. You thin it out too much, just get your eyebrow pencil and fill it back in and redo it. See that? Stand out. So now what I'm going to do, we're going to clean it up because you see how wild it's looking right now. So let's clean those eyebrows up. I'm going to go back and use the foundation. I'll usually just put a dot right on the back of my hand. See that? And I get my Q-tip. And roll it around in there. Remember that corner of that eye? That's where I wanted to stop, and you see it's way past that corner. Okay, let's clean that up. Go toward the corner of the eye. See how I cleaned it up? Now, if you're a person that don't use foundation, you can clean it up with a little lotion. It works the same way. Just put a drop of lotion on the back of your hand. Okay, so now I'm going to go under and clean it up because you see how wide it is. Now you can have your eyebrows as wide as you like them to be. Sometimes I wear them thin, sometimes I wear them a little wider. So you take that Q-tip and just take it right on around, cleaning that up. Don't get too close to your line, right on the edge of it. See that one? Now we're going to go across the top. Don't go into your brow, just along the edge. Follow it all the way around. And then this tail, see how it's just a little wide? It's not too wide today though, sometimes it'd be really wide. You just take that Q-tip and just sculpt it in. Even if it was too long, you just take that Q-tip on the end and roll it and take it right off with that foundation on there. See that tail? See how they shaping up, huh? Okay, let's go over here and work with this other one. Oh, hold on, I see something I missed. And usually, like when I get right in here with my Q-tip, I go up a little because I want to dig into that a little, because you see that takes the arch in right there. So when I get with my Q-tip right in there, I kind of push it up and swing it on around. Now when I'm over here on this one, now I'm looking at the left one, trying to start it out hopefully close, cleaning it up from the bottom. Not gonna be perfect, just try to do the best you can. So I get right here and push it up a little, take it on around. Now let's go across the top. Follow it right on around. You can bring that tail in, narrow it right on out. See? They're not twins, but our regular eyebrows aren't twins either, not identical. See? The tail. And with that Q-tip, took it right over to the corner of that eye. Okay, this one here, right there. And sometimes if you look and if you see that one is extremely shorter than the other, just brush it lightly, not heavy-handed. Just brush it down a little lightly. Make it just a tad longer. And just remember, more is not better. Okay? Practice make perfect. So as you continue to practice, you're going to get better and better with your eyebrows. Okay, now, I notice a lot of people use different color liners and some people use black liners. That black liner is a no-no. And even with my liner, I usually use the same liner to go around my lips as I do on my eyebrows. I have liners that are of color, but I usually use this same pencil to go around my lips. Just remember, more is not better. You don't have to have it really dig down in there, just make little strokes. Okay, that's the top one, the bottom. If you need to use something to clean it up, you could still use this Q-tip. Lip liner. Now after you put your foundation on, sometimes people like to put a powder on top of that. If you like doing that, that's fine, but you don't have to. Remember, more is not better. Usually less is best. What I do like to use is a bronzer. I don't put it everywhere, but I like to follow the bone, the cheekbone. I like to put a little there. Maybe a little bit right here. Maybe some right up here. See, the key is when you use your makeup, unless you're going out on a night out on the town, you might want to go a little heavier then. But you don't want to use so much makeup until it just caked on. And then when you're a woman of a particular age, you don't want to put black eyebrows using a black eyebrow pencil. You could use a black liner, but you don't want to use a black eyebrow pencil on your face using, doing your eyebrows. Because I have gray hair, could you imagine me using a black eyebrow pencil? Because black, it just grab you. So it snatches attention to your face, and it's not a good attention. So sometimes the black can make your face look hard, but if you use a brown, it softens the skin and it make you look softer. Okay, so I'm going to use a little bit of blush, and that's CoverGirl. Take it straight up to that hairline. Then I go at the bottom of that cheek and take it up. Now I'm going to do my eyeliner. Sometimes I do it on the top of my eyeliner. I put it on the top and right beneath. Depends on how it look when I finish. And when you're putting your eyeliner on, stop it. Leave about 1/4 of an inch between your eyeliner and the corner of your eye. You don't take your eyeliner all the way over. You see the difference in the eyeliner eye and this one that doesn't have anything on it yet. See, I got it right on the top. But now I'm going to put a little line under the bottom. Some people tell you shouldn't put it under. You can do whatever you want to do. It's your face. You can put it under and on top, or just on top, or just under. It's the look you like on you. See? Okay. So the next thing I'm going to use is my mascara. Now this was the last mascara I bought because I couldn't find this one. See, I'm looking at my face and I see I have a little bit too much blush, so I'm going to use this to just absorb it. Okay, so now I'm going to do my lashes. Sometimes I don't do the bottom. Now normally I usually put my eye shadow on before I do my lashes, but it's okay. We're going to do what it do today. Just patting it on. I've decided on one color I'm going to use. Just kind of pat it on. Right up under that eyebrow. Once again, when we're doing our eyeshadow, we're thinking about the corners. So you see how makeup is here, we got to clean that up. And you're thinking about the corners over here. You don't want your eyeshadow to run all over here and all over on top of your nose. Just kind of pat it in. See? Less is best. I'm going to line my eyebrows just a little bit. I think I'm going to line it with this color here, kind of a cream. Just put little dots about halfway from the center out. See those little dots I put there? Let's do the other side. Just little dots right up under that eyebrow. Now I'm going to take my rag and kind of dab that Q-tip on there. Kind of dab it on there. Get off the excess. Now you're going to just, from the center out. Both sides from the center out. Blend it right in. Or you could have just left it with just your eyeshadow. Or sometimes you might want to take it all the way over. It's up to you. It's your face. I do it both ways. See? Now you got your lip liner. What I want you to do is take your lips and roll them to meet that liner, and you're going to pull that liner in. Kind of smudge it in. Take the bottom lip and go up to the top one. Gently. You don't want that defined line up there. So if you were going to put on just one lipstick, you could put your lipstick on and then do it. But sometimes it will interfere with your color of your lipstick. Take that bottom lip and go up to the top. and gently drag it in. And then you take that top lip and bring it to the bottom. So you can still see my line, but it's not so defined. When people wear makeup and you see those lines, those black lines around their lips, that's not cute. Okay, so I think I'm gonna do a ombre today. I don't know the color of these lipsticks because some of them, the colors are not on, but it's nothing expensive. I got it straight out of the hair store. Some of them are a little more expensive than others, but for the most part, this came out of the hair store. And that's it. That's our makeup. Okay, let's take my ponytail out. It's time to comb this hair. Okay, so I'm ready for my meeting. Well, okay, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was some help on doing your eyebrows and your makeup and my routine. So thank you so much. And if you would, please like, share, and subscribe and leave a comment. I would really appreciate it. And remember, everything that went on here with this makeup was in Miss V's opinion. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.